Carroll College Fighting Saints, 23 for 60. Now, is that close enough? Identical?
Yeah.
From three-point range, Carroll College 7 of 18. The Battling Bears 6 out of 20 from three-point range. Rocky did a good job at the free throw line. They win it by 1 tonight, and they had 2 more free throws. And we said free throws was going to be a big key. They were 10 of 15 from the free throw line as compared to 8 of 13 for the Carroll College Fighting Saints. The free throw battle won by Carroll 41-38, but it got a lot closer in that game. Turnovers just 10 for Rocky Mountain College, 12 for Carroll College. And, we talked about these stats at halftime. Bench scoring, Carroll is outscored by Rocky Mountain 18-4 in bench points. Points in the paint, a 2-point advantage for Rocky, 20-18. Second chance points, Carroll with 8, Rocky with 5. Points off turnovers were 10-0 at half, ended up 10-7. So really a big stat in that game, could have changed things around. Tonight, Bob, 62-61. Probably, and you've been through here for most of them, the biggest win of Wes Keller's young career as the head coach at Rocky Mountain College.
Definitely. Bruce, I'm going to run through the individual scoring real quick here for us. First of all, for Carroll, it was Ashley with 20 points. Esty had 19. Watson with 12. Johnson with 6. McKeon had 3. And Dean with 1. And for the Battling Bears, it was Haley Farsfeet with 17 points. Whitney Mitchell had 13. Justin Jewell with 12 points. Chamberlain with 8. Sapole with 6. And Lefevre was 6. At the end of the first period, it was Rocky on top 20-14. They outscored Carroll 17-12 in the second period, but Carroll came back in that third period and outscored Rocky 26-15, and then they played pretty even in that fourth and final period as Rocky scores 10-9 over the Carroll College Saints. Once again, our final score, it is Rocky 62, Carroll 61. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back with Coach Drykosen after this 30-second break.
Montana Sportscast is proud to be the voice of Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears football, as well as Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears men's and women's basketball. Join us this fall on game day from Herb Clint Field as we bring you tailgate talk beginning at 11 a.m. with our pregame show at 12:30 and kickoff at 1 p.m. That's the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears on Montana Sportscast, a winning combination.
And back at the Fortin Center, Coach Drykosen.
Hey,
we talked about Coach Keller last week, a tough one, man, and this was a great one for him here tonight.
Oh, it was, yeah. He'd been waiting a long time for that one, but it's a great time to get it, Just hung in there. Every game he's hung in there, and you try to coach your way out. And I talked to him about that this week, and he had a great attitude this week, and, I'm just really happy for him and his girls, and actually to make a play at the end, too, and so – that's exciting. And to watch the jubilation at the end of that game by them was awesome. That's what sports is about, those relationships and going through those good times.
And kind of sets the table for you and your men here tonight.
Yeah, well, I hope it did. I hope we can get the same outcome. That's the main thing, the same feeling that they had on the good side there. So,
well, Coach, another weekend. I get tired of saying this, but I know you guys get tired of hearing it. But, the Frontier is just so tough. And you guys are at home for 6 home games, and I thought those were 2 big games last week. I think those are the ones you needed. Now you need to build off that.
Yeah, you're right. You got to take care of business home, and if you want to have a chance to host playoff games or be in the hunt at the end, you got to take care of business at home because, you got to be able to win some on the road. But if you haven't taken care of your business at home, it probably isn't going to matter a whole heck of a lot. So you're looking for an exciting game tonight. Carroll's obviously playing really well and has a lot of different weapons at a lot of different spots.
Coach, what's your key tonight besides scoring one more point?
Yeah,
maybe?
Really that's what we got to do. I think we got to be real good on both ends. We got to have a focused effort on both ends. We got to keep them from being able to score the basketball in rhythm, I think. They can score a lot of points because they have so many different weapons. And for us, I think we got to keep the ball on the move to try to get them out of position to try to score some easy baskets on them. And then rebounding is a huge key, I feel like. we haven't been quite as good as we've wanted to be lately on the boards, and so tonight that's an emphasis for us is get every rebound.
Coach, a couple, in my opinion, maybe the two best players in the Frontier here, Rob Neby being number one and Zach Taylor he's got to be up there as well. A couple of great ones going at each other.
Oh, yeah. I think there's a lot of good players in the league. And those are certainly two that are, night in and night out have been kids that have brought their teams to some big victories. So, and we hope Rob's on top of this one here tonight.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck, man.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Nice tie.
All right, appreciate it.
All right. We'll take us a 1 minute timeout. We'll come back with more after this.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
Oh, you want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Wrestle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wing at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
And welcome back to the Fortin Center as we get set for our men's game here tonight between the visiting Carroll College Saints and the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. These two teams met back on the 16th as well, and it was Carroll coming out on top in a high-scoring affair up in Helena by the score of 92-86. Rob Neby from Rocky had a great night in that one as he went off for 33 points in that ball game and had 9 rebounds to go along with that. Zach Taylor, another great player in the Frontier for the Saints. He had 25 points in that game, and he had 8 rebounds and 8 assists in that first contest. In this game tonight, Rocky comes in with a 14-8 record, and Carroll with a 16-5 overall mark. Points per game, they are dead even at 81 points per game. Field goal percentage, it is Carroll shooting 52%, Rocky 43. 3-point shooting, they are Carroll 39%, Rocky 36. From the free throw line, Carroll's got the edge 78-71%. Rocky has the edge in rebounding 43-32. We'll see if that plays a part in this game here tonight. Assists per game, it is Carroll with 16, Rocky with 15, and Rocky averages 15 turnovers a game to 14 for the Saints from Carroll College. The standings this week in the Frontier Conference coming into tonight's game. It's Carroll on top of the conference, 9-2, 16-5 overall. Lewis and Clark State is 8-2 in conference, 20-2 overall. Western Montana College at 7-4, 14-9 overall. Rocky at 5-5, they are 14-8 overall. Northern at 3-7, they are 14-8 overall. Great Falls at 3-7, they are 10-9 overall, and Montana Tech is 1-9 and 6-16 overall on coming into tonight's game. We'll take us a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with some more on our men's game coming up after this 3-minute timeout.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Hey, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity.
And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click On Demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball. And in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. And welcome back to First Interstate Bank Court on the campus of Rocky Mountain College here at the Fortin Center as we get set for our second game of the evening. You just missed a great one in that first one as the Battling Bear ladies came out on top in that one by the score of 62-61 over the Carroll College Saints in a great contest here between two teams. It's one of those old cliches that you hate to see one of those teams lose. They both played very well, but the Battling Bears definitely coming out of that one with a big win here tonight. And they will definitely absorb that one in, but come back as they're going to have another tough one coming up on Saturday as they kick on the Western Montana College Bulldogs. Will come into town on Saturday. Looking for a great one coming up here in this one between the men's of these two teams. Is when I was talking with Coach Drykosen a little bit there at the pregame, I feel that a couple of the better players in the Frontier Conference in Rob Neby, who leads the conference in scoring, and wasn't too long ago that he was leading the conference in rebounding, and as well Zach Taylor on the other end of the floor. Another great player here for the Carroll College Saints as Zach is leading the way for the Saints. He is averaging 17 points per game on the season, followed up by Emoff with 12 points. And then you got Carr and Burham with 11.5 points apiece on the season. For the Battling Bears, it's Rob Neby on top of the conference at 20.5 points per game. Taylor Longo at 13 points per game, and Chad Cannonen at 10 points per game. And behind them is would be Derek Graves would be the next one in line at 7.8 points per game. So, like I said, a great contest here tonight between a couple of the better players in the Frontier Conference, and Rob Neby and Zach Taylor. We'll have Mr. Parker with us as well here. He'll chat a little bit or be our color guy for us tonight here. It's always fun to have Bruce sit in with us as well, and maybe at halftime we might be able to catch up with somebody to get an interview at halftime of this game as well. Maybe Wes Keller, if we can get him back out here, or possibly I see the new football coach, Jason Petrino, down at the end of the floor as well. So we might be able to get an interview at halftime from one of those two. Once again, those standings for the Frontier Conference. Carroll coming in here at the 9-2 mark. As you can remember, Lewis Clark State came in here last week. They led the conference with only one loss, and Rocky with a big win over LC State last week on Thursday night. We'll see if they can do it again tonight here at the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College, as these two teams battle. And then, as Coach Drykosen said, if they can get a couple wins this weekend, kind of take care of their homework here at home this weekend and next weekend, they have a chance to move up and do some damage, possibly, setting pretty high in that, maybe host a tournament game in that first round, as the first rounds will host. We'll take us a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with our starting lineup after this 3-minute timeout.
Okay, kiddo. Hold your fishing pole like this. Hey, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one.
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click on demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball. And in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. And we are set for our starting lineups here tonight in our men's game. First of all, for the Carroll College Saints and Coach Carson Cunningham. It'll be number 5, Zach Taylor, a 6-foot junior out of Duval, Washington. Number 12 will be Match Burnham, a 6'8 freshman out of Spangle, Washington. Number 22 will be Jake Holyfield, a 6'5 senior out of Jerome, Idaho. Number 23 is Ryan Imhoff, a sophomore at 6'6 out of Napa, California. And number 24 is Matt Wyman, a 6'7 freshman out of Great Falls, Montana. And for the Ballman Bears of Rocky Mountain College, it'll be number 2, Chad Cannonen, a 6'1 sophomore out of Roy, Montana. Number 5 will be Derek Graves, a 6'3 junior out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Number 23 will be Taylor Longo, a 6'1 junior out of Littleton, Colorado. Number 30 will be the leading scorer in the Frontier Conference, Rob Neby, a 6'5 senior out of Plentywood, Montana. And number 40 will be Ben Moorkirky, a 6'7 senior out of Conrad, Montana. And the head coach of the Ballman Bears, Mr. Bill Drykosen, assisted by Denver Cobb, James Bullock, Len Wilkins, and Niall Finney. I couldn't get her to come up, Bruce. As we are set, ready to go here. Mr. Parker, are we ready to go?
Yeah, it should be a great one. I'm really, after that first one, I'm a little on edge of my seat right now.
Don't fall off.
Well, it's good to sit courtside and not move around. You know, the back surgery was a little bit tenuous, but I feel better. I'm ready to roll. Not dancing yet.
Not dancing?
No.
Well, I'm not going to dance with you anyway.
But I'll talk my heart off, right,
all right.
tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like
it's a young Carroll basketball team, you know, with good size and guys that can really score. He's got 5 guys that can all score, you know, in the starting lineup.
And the Ballman Bears going to control the tip. The long go quickly up to Graves. And Graves goes far side to Cannonen. Back to Graves. Neby, Moorkirky. Cannonen had a great game in here last week, and this one's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Rocky basketball.
Good start is also important for this Carroll team tonight on the road. Rocky got a big lead down in Helena, and then Carroll came back on a 32-9 run in that second half, and here the Ballman Bears turn it over.
And Wyman gets the loose ball. He'll bring it up. He'll run the point here for the Saints from Carroll College as he is out on top. Looks like Rocky setting up maybe in a little bit of a zone here as well, as the ball goes down in the corner to Imhoff, and they kick it back out. Taylor with the basketball pulls up, 18-footer. He buries it as Zach Taylor gets the first baskets of the ball game here.
First team all-conference guy last year, Bob, one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, that's what I say, Doug, or Bruce. We got, I think, maybe the 2 best players in the conference here tonight in Neby and Zach Taylor.
Yeah, and I think Rob Neby is on pace to be the MVP in the Frontier this season.
And it's the Saints coming back the other way as Burnham goes in 4-2 as he takes the ball with penetration, puts it up 4-0. Carroll on top. Longo with the basketball as Longo will get it off to Neby. Robbie with a deep one. And the rebound's going to come off to the Saints on the loose ball. Taylor gets it. He'll bring it up across the timeline. And Taylor goes to Wyman. Wyman with it. Kicks back to Imhoff. And we're going to have a whistle, and a foul's going to go against the Ballman Bears as Chad Cannonen will pick up his first personal foul. And the Saints will inbound the basketball underneath their own basket. They get it out to Wyman. Wyman sets things up. He'll hand it off to Zach Taylor. Taylor with it. Out on top, going against this zone defense of the Ballman Bears. Taylor has it knocked loose by Taylor Longo. Zach Taylor, that is. Longo up to Derek Graves. Graves with the basketball. Gets it in the paint, tries to go to Neby underneath. It'll be out of bounds, turnover to the Saints.
You know what I like about what Rob Neby has done this year, with the guys that have left the team, Rob Neby knew that he needed to step things up on the offensive end and the leadership end. and he's done that, averaging almost 21 points a game, which is in the top 15 in the nation and number 1 in the Frontier Conference.
And the Saints come back the other way as Burnham goes up, no good, and there's Nebe with the rebound. And Bruce, he actually did lead the conference in rebounding for quite a while as well.
Yeah, he did. He's just doing it all for this basketball team.
Graves with the basketball on the left side for the Bears. He penetrates, tries to get to the hole, and does, puts up the shot, no good. And the rebound is going to come down to Zach Taylor and the Saints. As Taylor comes back the other way to Emoff, and his shot is up and good. So the Saints have 6 points with 3 different players, each scoring 2 here in this first half. Graves comes back, goes to Cannon. Battling Bears need to get on the scoreboard here. 17 minutes to go in this first half. Cannon trying to go into Moorkirky. It's going to be knocked loose, and it's going to be Wyman coming up with 2 quick turnovers against the Battling Bears. As Wyman takes it to the hole, it's no good. Big rebound inside by Moorkirky. Carroll on top, 6-0, 16:41 to go here in the first half. Graves with the basketball out on top, goes down to Cannon, 3-pointer in the corner, it's good. As Chad Cannon hits the 3-pointer for the Battling Bears.
He had a fairly good week last week with 25 that one game, and he, when he gets rolling, Bob, he is as good a shooter as there is in the Frontier.
You know, I watched him quite a bit in high school, Bruce, and he's really sped his shot up a lot, which he had to do in college level. His shot was a little slow in high school. He got away with it there, but he's really adjusted well here at the college level. As Emoff puts up the 3-pointer, and it's going to be good. As he has his 5th pointer of the night, 9-3. Carroll on top, 15:55 to go here in the first half. Betcher and Tegan Johnson set to come in. I believe that's Tegan sitting there. As Cannon gets it to Nebe. Nebe, free throw line, nothing doing, gets it to Moorkirky. Moorkirky out to Longo. Taylor Longo for 3 off the back iron. No good, and it's going to be ran down. It'll be out of bounds off of Nebe. As Graves and Cannon will sit down here for the Battling Bears. 15:32 to go. As Wyman brings it up. Goes to him off, back to Wyman, around to Taylor on the far side to Burnham. Now down in the corner to Taylor. Zach Taylor kicks it back out to Emoff. He goes underneath, and he finds Hollifield going to the basket. Nice little dump pass. As Carroll has 4 different players, Bruce, that have scored in this ball game. Very balanced already. 15:03 to go here in the first half. Carroll on top, 11-3, and it's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30.
Montana Sportscast is proud to be the voice of Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears football, as well as Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears men's and women's basketball. Join us this fall on game day from Herd Clint Field as we bring you tailgate talk beginning at 11 a.m. with our pregame show at 12:30 and kickoff at 1 p.m. That's the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears on Montana Sportscast, a winning combination.
11-3. Carroll jumps out on top here on the men's side. Early here is Coach Drykosen has to take a timeout. It'll be Rocky basketball on the far side. Betcher will inbound it on the far side in the front court.
Bears lone basket, a 3-pointer by Chad Cannon, who's now on the bench, taking a little bit of a break.
And we got a little discussion going here between the officials and Coach Cunningham. Not real sure what. I think he tried to put a player in at the tail end of that timeout, Bruce, and they wouldn't let him do it. As Betcher has it, goes to the corner to Tegan Johnson. Betcher out to Nebe on top. Got some new players in there for the Saints as well. We'll get them to you. As Kawaji comes in, gets it to Longo with the basketball, takes it to the hole, and Taylor Longo can't finish, and the rebound comes down to Emoff. As Zach Taylor will set things up. Bears still in a 2-3 zone defense here. Taylor with it out on top, gets a big screen. We got an illegal screen. Is going to go against Holyfield, and that'll be his first personal foul.
Nick Holyfield's a guy who came into Carroll College as a freshman, was a great all-around athlete in his high school in Idaho, and has basically been a starter for 4 years for coaches Carson Cunningham, and before that, Brandon Veltri.
And Taylor Longo goes to Tegan Johnson, now out to Neby. They get it inside to Betcher. Betcher goes up with the right-handed runner. It's no good. And it's Morkirk with the rebound out to Neby for three. This one's going to be off the cable. At the top, it'll be out of bounds. Turnover goes into Carroll.
Some good looks, though. That was a good look there by Rob Neby.
Several good looks. Joe Stolk gets set to come into the game for the first time for the Batman Bears as Taylor takes it. Free throw line jumper on the floater, no good. And Neby with the rebound inside. Neby up across the timeline. He takes it all the way to the hole, and he gets it to fall as Rob Neby picks up two for the Batman Bears.
His first two.
Yes. As the Saints come back the other way, goes far side. I believe that's got a whistle and a foul. Travel. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 13:27 to go. Nope, Bruce, you're jumping me here.
That would be the immediate timeout at the 14-minute mark.
There
Should
it is.
be a
there
timeout. I put the rule in. I should know. I should tell these guys.
13:27 to go in the first half. Carroll 11, Rocky 5. We'll be back in a minute.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
Do you want me to do?
Louder. 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 Much better. Rustle your hair and untop that shirt.
All right.
Wait at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
13:27 to go in the first half here. It is Carroll on top by the score of 11-5 over the Batman Bears of Rocky Mountain College. It's going to be Rocky basketball in the backcourt as Longo will get the inbounds pass. He'll bring the ball up for the Batman Bears up the left side. Neby with it out on top. Neby has 2 points. Longo with the three-pointer on the left side. It's going to be off. No good. Rebound comes down to the Saints as they get it to Zach Tater. Tater will bring it up for the Saints. Tries to penetrate. Nothing there. Now they get it inside to College. And his shot is up and good by Kalaji. Is that how you say that one, Bruce?
That's it. You're on it tonight. You're on a roll tonight.
As Neby comes back the other way, goes to Johnson. Johnson into Stoltz. Stoltz turnaround jumper from 17, no good. And Zach Taylor runs down the long rebound.
Battle Bears really cold here in this first half and only getting one shot.
Only down, well, I was going to say not too big of a hole yet, but Burnham comes back, hits a three-pointer. That's the second three-pointer for the Saints here tonight. They jump out to an 11-point lead, 16-5. Tegan Johnson with the basketball goes into Stoltz. Stoltz has it back out to Longo. Longo on the perimeter, shot clock at 13. He takes it to the hole. And Taylor Longo has a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. As the foul's going to go against Kawaji. That's his first personal foul. And Longo making the first trip to the free throw line here by either team here tonight. Longo's free throw off the back iron, no good, and a rebound comes down to the Saints. Zach Taylor with the basketball on the far side. 12 minutes to go here in the first half. 16-7. Carroll on top. Ball on the far side to Nickel. Now they bring it around this side to Taylor. Get it inside the post to Burnham, and we got a whistle and a foul as Stoltz going to pick up the personal foul. Joe picks up his first personal foul, and it'll be Burnham going to the charity stripe to shoot a couple free throws here. Chance to stretch this lead out. 16-7. Carroll on top of Rocky. First free throw is up and good. And it's going to be Wyman coming back into the game, a 6'7" freshman out of Great Falls. Second shot by Berman is up and good as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. 18-7. Carroll has their biggest lead, above 11. Longo with the basketball, takes it to the hole, hands off underneath the Betcher. Betcher can't finish, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the foul is going to go against the Saints, number 43. That is Carr into the game. As Carr picks up the foul, and Betcher goes to the line for the Battling Bears to shoot 2. The lefty puts the first one up. It's good as the freshman out of Billings West.
Played in the state championship last year for Coach Kelly Dara and that Billings West squad. And had a nice fun. He's had a little bit of sickness as of late. Starting to bounce back a little bit as he makes 1 out of 2.
And a great job by Joe Stoltz on the rebound there, and they called a jump ball on that one. 18-8, Carroll on top. Zach Taylor with the basketball. He'll bring it up across the timeline, picked out there by Tegan Johnson. Dumps it off to Wyman. Wyman back to Tater. Tater getting a screen on the left side. Penetrates baseline. Now dumps off inside to Oliver. Shots blocked. No good. And this Longo coming out with a loose ball. 18-8. Graves gets the ball on the left side for the Battling Bears. Up to Johnson. Back to Graves. They swing it around to Longo. Bears need somebody on this team. They kind of got 5 guys out there. They need somebody to step up and score on this 5 he's got on the floor. Bruce, as Zach Taylor gets the loose ball rebound, comes back the other way. Carr with the basketball inside, and Oliver Carr gets 2 inside. It's 20-8 as the Saints jump out by 12 here with 10:43 to go here in the first half.
And the difference in the game is, Bob, is that they're converting when they get the ball inside, and the Battling Bears are not.
And the Saints get the steal, come back. Wyman got that steal, and they leave Zach Taylor wide open, top of the key. He doesn't finish. Stoltz with the rebound, gets it to Graves. As Graves will bring it up, and we got a timeout by the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. 10:20 to go here in the first half. Carroll 20, Rocky 8. We'll be back in going to be a full timeout, I think. We'll be back in a minute.
Nothing like a cold
they're going to say
Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
28. Carroll on top of Rocky here at the 10-minute media timeout. 10:20 to go here in this first half. Coach Drykosen switching the inbounds play up here as Longo will inbound it to Nebe, back to Longo. And Longo will take it down the right side. Cannon and Nebe back in the game. Cannon and three-pointer top the key, no good. Rebound comes down to Wyman. Wyman gets the ball out to Kawaji. Kicks it out on top. Burnham as he hits his second three-pointer of the night. As Burnham picks up 6 points. Make that 8 on the evening. And Chad Cannonen comes back with his second three-pointer. He has 6 on the evening. 23-11. Rocky down by 12. Burnham has it. Now they get it inside the car. We got a whistle and a foul is going to go against Moorkirky.
Oliver Carr, the freshman of the year last year in the Frontier Conference. A guy that's very good if he gets the ball inside. More of an inside player than he is a guy to step out and shoot the three.
Coming into the game for the Saints is Andrew Campbell, a 6'5" redshirt sophomore out of Billings.
Billings West High School.
Yep. And we got some pushing and shoving, but Carr gets the inbounds pass. Now they go on the far side. Shots put up, no good. Longo with the rebound. That shot put up by Burnham. He has three-pointers tonight, and they get it out in the baseline to Graves. Graves to Cannonen, and Cannonen for 3 more. As Chad goes 3 for 3, he has 9 from the three-point line. Saints come back the other way. Imhoff hands it off. Now Carr gets it. Carr out on the outside. And it's going to be Burnham. Takes it to the hole, and he puts it up over Moorkirky. And Burnham picks up 2 more. He has 10 on the night.
And he's a pretty good-looking freshman.
Yes, he is. Not bad at all. Cannonen with the basketball, but gets it to Nebe. Nebe to Longo, to Graves in the corner for the Battling Bears. 8:43. Graves goes baseline, kicks out to Nebe. Nebe has it on the baseline. Nothing there. Now out to Cannonen. Cannonen step back three-pointer. It's 3 more as Chad Cannonen hits 4 3-pointers, and the Battling Bears back to within 8. 25-17. Carroll on top. 8:24 to go. Chad Cannonen with a hot hand here with 4 3-pointers on tonight. Saints come back the other way as Wyman with it. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be off the Battling Bears. And Zach Tater will come back into the game. He'll replace Campbell. It'll be Saints basketball. Burnham. Yeah, not a bad-looking freshman there.
Yeah, Wyman, a freshman out of Great
6'8".
Falls High.
Yeah.
Another true freshman. Played for Bobby Howard up there for the Bison.
Saints have it. Shot's going to be put up off the glass at the shot clock. No good. Rebound comes down to Longo as Taylor Longo brings it up for the Bears. Gets it off to Graves. Graves. Longo three-pointer left side. It's going to be long. Cannonen battling for the rebound. He kicks it out to Graves. Great save by Chad Cannonen, and Nebe takes it to the hole, and they're going to wave it off.
Now, in the NBA, that would have counted, right?
Yeah, I would have counted if I was reffing, too. 25-17, Carroll on top, and the Bears will take it out. That foul's going to go against Imhoff. That's his first foul. And coming into the game is Nickel. Kyle Nickel, another freshman, redshirt freshman, 6-footer out of Helena. As the Bears get it in to Moorkirky. Moorkirky throws it to that guy in the red shirt on the second row. It'll be turnover to the Saints as Betcher coming into the ball game. Give Moorkirky a break here.
Now, Ben Moorkirky is a prototypical blue-collar worker. Rebounds, plays great defense, changes shots in the middle, and works very, very hard. One of the few married members of the basketball team. In fact, the only married member.
Yep. And the Saints come back the other way. They're trying to post Taylor up against Longo. I could get those names mixed up pretty quick. Zach Taylor for 2. As Taylor picks up his 4th point of the night. Taylor Longo comes back the other way, takes it to the hole, and we're going to have a whistle. It's going to call the foul on the floor. It's going to go against Wyman. That's his first personal foul. 7:10 to go here in the first half. 27-17. Carroll on top of Rocky.
You know, one thing we didn't really talk about post-game in that women's thrilling victory for Rocky tonight, 62-61 over Carroll. Les Keller did a masterful job of using the personal fouls. He had a couple fouls to give late in the game and just ate the clock up in that 1-point victory.
Yeah, great job of clock management there. As Nebe comes back, he gets his 4th point of the night. And a nice lob pass underneath to Zach Taylor as he picks up his 6th point of the night. 29-19, back to that 10-point lead. 6:40 to go here in the first half. And Graves takes it to the hole. He puts it up and in as Derek Graves went to the hole with a little bit of authority there and got 2. It's an 8-point Carroll lead. Wyman with the basketball out on top. Guarded out there as the Bears have gone to this man-to-man defense here. Zach Taylor with it, guarded by Tegan Johnson. Now they get it in the far side. The 3-pointer is going to be up and good by Berman as he picks up his 3rd 3-pointer of the ball game. He has 15 points overall as Graves takes it to the hole once again as Derek Graves hits back-to-back baskets as well. 32-23. Carroll on top by 9 over Rocky with 5:49 to go here in the first half. Ball goes to far side to Nickel. Nickel kicks it back outside to Burnham. Now they get it into Taylor, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Going to go against Tegan Johnson as Johnson battling Zach Taylor. Kalaji comes back into the ball game for Wyman. As the Saints inbound the basketball underneath their own basket, and they're going to get it to Burnham. He'll be fouled, go to the line to shoot a couple. As Betcher picks up his first personal foul. Burnham 2 of 2 from the line here tonight. Leading scorer for the Saints. Makes that one good as well. 16 points for this young man here in his first half, Bruce.
Yeah, this is
Make that 17.
6'8" freshman. He's had some big scoring games for Carson Cunningham's squad. They've kind of just passed around who's going to be the leading scorer in a lot of games. Usually it's Zach Taylor, but he's got a good cast to play with.
And Kalaji's going to pick up his 2nd personal foul. 16 fouls on Carroll, 5 on Rocky.
Ben Moorkirky's going to come back in for the Battling Bears, a senior out of Conrad, Montana. He's going to replace Danny Betcher.
It'll be Bears basketball on the side as Cannon will inbound the basketball. Gets it into Graves. Graves with it out on top. 26 on the shot clock. Tegan Johnson with it. Wants to go baseline. Nothing there. Cut off. Back out to Graves. 3-pointer. It's going to be short. Kalaji gets the rebound. Comes back the other way. Quickly up the floor to Nickel. Nickel, nothing there. They get it inside to Emoff. And Zach Taylor says, let's set things up with 18 on the shot clock. Taylor with it. Looking to go inside. The ball's knocked loose, and Taylor gets it back for 3. No good, and Moorkirky gets a big rebound. Comes back to Cannon. Chad hits it, puts up another 3-pointer. This one's going to be short as he has 4 threes on the night, but it's going to be stolen right back by Derek Graves. Graves gets it to Tegan Johnson. Johnson underneath. Nice reverse layup. Nice move by Tegan Johnson underneath as he picks up a couple on a nice reverse. He has 2 on the evening. 4:21 to go here in the first half. Kalaji comes out at the point. Burnham has it. Dumps it underneath to Taylor. Taylor working the post. Burnham three-pointer, top of the key, no good. Tegan Johnson fights for the rebound, throws it off of Kalaji. Out of bounds. It'll be Rocky basketball in the backcourt. Taylor Longo's going to come in for Chad Cannonen. And it'll be Taylor bringing the ball up the floor for the Battling Bears. 4:05 to go in the first half. 34-25. Carroll on top.
Taylor's Longo been fairly quiet here in the first half.
Takes it, kicks it to Graves. Graves three-pointer in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to the Saints on the far side. As Emoff has it, wants to go in. Now we got a whistle and a foul. Going to go against. Neeby's going to pick up his first personal foul. As the Saints will inbound underneath their basket. Both teams with 16 fouls as Zach Taylor gets it to the corner. The shot is going to be put up by Nickel, no good. Neeby with the rebound. Neeby brings it back the other way. Johnson, they go to Longo in the corner, and Taylor takes it to the hole, can't finish. Moorkirky underneath, he's going to be fouled on the putback. Big Ben will go to the line to shoot two.
Good job on the offensive boards there by Moorkirky. Taylor had a shot at that layup. Saints getting into a little bit of foul trouble. That's their 7th, and Moorkirky will go to the line, but he'll shoot 2. Good free throw shooter for a big man.
Yeah, he is. I just looked, Bruce, and I forgot. 71% on the year when we jinxed him.
Haven't been many free throws in this one for the Battling Bears.
Betcher has shot a couple, and that's about it as far as free throw shooting goes. Ben here. Second one is good as Ben goes 1 for 2 from the line. 3:22 to go here in the first half. 34-26. 8-point Carroll lead. Nickel with it goes to Zach Tater. Tater guarded out there by Neeby now. They get it inside to Nickel, now outside. And a shot's going to be put up. Emoff hits it from 3-point as he hits his second three-pointer. The Saints have 5 three-pointers on the evening. 2:53 to go here in the first half. Tegan Johnson penetrates, and we got a whistle and a foul on the floor.
That'll be free throws for Tegan. Doing a nice job off the bench tonight.
And Nickel picking up that foul. That's his first personal foul. Tegan, a 73% free throw shooter on the season. Goes up to the line for a 1-and-1. Makes that first one. Nice crowd here tonight, Bruce.
Yeah, just about filling it up.
Johnson filled that one up. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. 9-point Carroll lead. Shots put up on the baseline. It's up and good by Burnham as he hits 2 more. He has 3 two-pointers, 3 three-pointers, and 4 free throws on the evening. Nice game for that young man thus far. Tegan Johnson with the basketball. Comes around the left side. Guarded by Burnham, now drops underneath to Neeby, and Rob Neeby picks up his 6th point of the night. 39-30. Bears need to get this down. I'd like to see him get it down to about 6 points at halftime, Bruce.
Got a chance. Here's a good place to get a stop defensively. Carroll shot the ball pretty well tonight.
And a shot's going to be put up, no good in. Longo with the long rebound. Taylor comes back the other way. Now he penetrates, changes pace, goes to the hole, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. As Wyman's going to pick up his second personal foul. Taylor Longo go to the line to shoot a couple here for the Battling Bears. He's 0 for 1 from the line tonight. Longo's free throw is going to bounce around up high and fall in. 39-31. As Carr coming back in. I believe Carr played in that Montana-Wyoming All-Star game,
he did.
too.
Yep, coached by Steve Keller, the head coach at Montana Western. They'll be down here Saturday night to battle the Battling Bears here in a doubleheader. Women at 5:30, men at 7:30. Joe Stolk will come back in to replace Ben Moorkirky. I love these doubleheaders. It brings in a big crowd. I think people have a great time. Concessions do well. The bands are here. The cheerleaders are here. And that's what's so nice about the Frontier Conference.
That's a great time. Great conference, the Frontier. If we could just talk our neighbors down the street here to join us, that'd sure be great.
Boy, it would be great.
And the ball's going to be knocked loose as Tegan Johnson gets a hand on it. Now they get it into Carr. Carr kicks it out to him off. His three-pointer's good as he hits his third three-pointer of the night.
Well, he is a good shooter.
Yeah.
Played a lot last year as a true freshman for Carson Cunningham and has really stepped up.
Rob Neby takes the ball to the hole. He's got 8. You're pretty good at remembering all that stuff in your head, huh?
Hey, if you say it with conviction, you can make anything up you want, right?
That's right. Yeah, and the thing of it is, Bruce, we're on TV now. They can see us. We got to be careful. Shot's going to be put up in the corner. That is Nickel as he gets 3-pointers, as the Saints have hit 7 3-pointers in this first half. 53 seconds to go. They lead by 11. Taylor Longo with the basketball for the Battling Bears. Goes to Neby, to Tegan Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Graves. Graves with it on the right side. 9 on the shot clock to Longo. They got Neby posting up inside, and it's going to be Stoltz with a 3-pointer at the top. As Joel hits a deep 3-pointer top of the key, 45-37 Carroll. As Zach Taylor, the shot clock about 5/10 difference of a second here as Nickel gets it, goes the far side to Emoff. Kicks it back out. Burnham, and we got a whistle and a foul, and it's going to be Saints basketball underneath their own basket with, it's going to be a 1-on-1.
That was team foul number 7 on Carroll College, or on Rocky Mountain College.
As Tegan Johnson's going to pick up his second personal foul, and Burnham will go to the line to shoot here.
Here's a good move by Billy Drykosen as he's going to bring Chad Cannon back in. And, the outstanding 3-point shooter who's got 4 of them already tonight.
Burnham, an 83% free throw shooter on the year.
Well, what a first half he's had.
Yes. He is 5 of 5 from the line, Make that 6 of 6 from the line. He's got 9 points from the 3-point line and 6 from the 2-point line here in this first half. Cannon with the basketball. They can't get a shot up. Longo puts one up at the buzzer. It's going to go over the backboards, out of bounds. And at the end of the first half, it's going to be Carroll on top by the score of 47-37 over the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back after this timeout.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Hey, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click On Demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball, and in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. And at halftime here from the Fortin Center at Rocky Mountain College, it's Carroll 47, Rocky 37, as it is senior night here at the Fortin Center for the cross-country teams, as well as looks like the golf team down there as well. So it's senior night for cross-country, both men's and women's, and then men's and women's golf as well. Some scoring, first of all, for the visiting Carroll College Saints. They are led in scoring by Burnham. He has 21 points in his first half. He is 6-11 from the floor, 3 of 6 from the three-point line, and he is 6 of 6 from the charity stripe. Imhoff has 11 points. Holyfield with 2 points. Zach Taylor with 6 points. Kyle Nico with 3 points. Kalaji with 2 points. And Carr with 2 points. The Saints have 14 rebounds in that first half, all on the defensive end. They turned the ball over 4 times. They are shooting 60% from the floor, 17 of 28. And from the three-point line, they are 7 of 12 for 58%, and they are 6 of 6. And those are all 6 shot by Burnham from the charity stripe for 100%. For the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College, they're led in scoring by Chad Canadan with those 12 points, all coming off of three-pointers. Rob Neby with 8 points, Moorkirky with 1, Graves with 4 points, and Longo with 4 points. Betcher with a free throw. Tegan Johnson with 4 points, and Joel Stoltz with a big three-pointer at the end of the first half, 4 3 points as well. They have 15 rebounds in the first half, 4 offensive, 11 defensive. They turned the ball over 5 times in the first half. They shot 13 of 31 from the floor for 42%. They were 5 of 15 for 33% from the three-point line, and they're 6 of 9 from the charity stripe for 67%. Carroll had their biggest lead of the ball game at the 10-minute mark in the first half. They led by 15 points at that point. Once again, our score here at halftime, it's Carroll 47, Rocky 37. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with more after this.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Okay, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa! That's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click On Demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball. And in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. And back here at halftime, we got some ceremonies going on as they are senior night here tonight for the cross-country program, as well as golf, as they are wrapping up their doings out here on the floor. Coach Mike McLean of the cross-country and Coach Aaron Poley of the golf teams holding up both ends of the string. Couple great programs. Coach McLean coming in his second year here and expecting some great things out of his kids as they start their indoor season going on now. And Coach Poley, have talked to him quite a bit. He's pretty excited about the golf team that he has for both men's and women's as well here going into the season as they are getting things going as well. So great hand here tonight for the golf and cross-country teams, seniors here at the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. We'll take us a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and talk a little bit about what we got coming up in this second half after this 2-minute break.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on.
Hey, how about a gumball?
Like it's not how much you make, but rather how much you keep. First Interstate Bank knows this. That's why we're here to help you grow your money for anything. From college savings and retirement to even that unexpected trip to the dentist. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Once again this year, Montana Sportscast will be the voice of the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We'll bring you live football, men's and women's basketball action throughout the season from Rocky Mountain College. Also want to remind everyone that you can listen to our Frontier Conference podcast with your host, Bob Ridderott and Tom Kurtz. All that on www.mtsportscast.com. 47-37, we're at halftime of the men's game here. It is Carroll on top of Rocky. In the first game tonight, it was an exciting contest as the Battling Bear women knock off Carroll College by one, 62-61, in a great ball game between those two ball clubs as the Battling Bears come out with that win after they had a couple of tough losses last weekend here at home. But they get a big one tonight here for Coach Keller against the Carroll College Saints. Coming into this ball game that we have here tonight, it is Burnham just burning the nets up here tonight as he has 21 points in that first half. I think the Battling Bears got to actually feel pretty lucky. They're only down by 10 points, not shooting the ball very well overall as a team. Chad Cannon shooting, he has 4 3-pointers on the night, but those basically 3 of those came in a row as on that streak when he came in for those 12 points. Rob Neby only with 8 points here in the first half. I say only, but he missed a lot of good looks at the basket. And Taylor Longo, another one that had some good looks at the basket as well and couldn't convert. So I would think that Coach Drykosen's got to feel pretty good about only being down by 10 points here at halftime. 37-47 our score with the Carroll College Saints on top of the Battling Bears. Don't look for either team to Carroll to change much up in this first half, or this second half, is what they did in the first half. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll have our second half action after this.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Okay, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
47-37 our scores. We get ready to start our second half action for the Battling Bears. It's going to be Neby, Longo, Graves, Moorkirky, and Cannon on the floor for Coach Drykosen. And the Saints are going to come out with Zach Tater, Matt Burnham, Jake Holyfield, Ryan Imhoff, and Matt Wyman on the floor for the Saints here in the second half.
I'm back with you. I didn't
You're
forget
back?
you. Yeah.
Okay. You've left me hanging before.
I'm running for governor, I guess. No,
Cannon and 3-pointer no good. Moorkirky tries to follow, and they get it out to Longo. Longo wants to penetrate, goes to Cannon. Cannon three-pointer, and Chad hits this one on the far side as that's his 5th three-pointer of the night.
Yeah, 5 3-pointers for Chad Cannon. And he can shoot Rocky Mountain College right back into this one.
47-40. Carroll on top, and Zach Taylor with a nice backdoor cut. Can't finish. Rebound Moorkirky. As Nebe comes back the other way, and Longo goes up and just lays her over the top. As Taylor Longo and Coach Cunningham wants a quick timeout. 47-42 as the Batman Bears back to within 5.
Good timeout there by Carson Cunningham. He could see the tide changing as the Bears back within 5, and they've done it out of the gates quickly here in the second half.
Bruce, let's talk a little bit about football. Where are we at there as far as assistant coaches and what's happening there? Is there anything you can talk about?
Well, we're currently undefeated for the 2016 season so far. Haven't lost a game, haven't lost a player, no injuries. Head coach Jason Petrino really on now meeting the players. He's got a 20-minute meeting with every single individual player. And he currently has 2 assistant coaching candidates on campus tonight with him. And we hope to have some announcements maybe by Saturday, maybe by early next week, but we'll have some assistants on staff. And he's going to have 3 full-time assistants, and he's also working on trying to get his restricted earnings coaches along with the staff with him. He's been up early in the morning at weights at 5:30. He's worked till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. He's burning the candle on both ends, and I'm very impressed with him, Bob. I think he's going to be an outstanding leader for this football program.
It's a good thing he's younger than we are.
Yeah, he can do that late night
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then have to get up early in the morning.
Yeah.
I tend to want to sleep in.
I wish I could. I can't. Saints with the basketball and the lead, 47-42. Just underway in the second half here as Rocky comes out, scores 5 quick points, and Zach Taylor takes it to the hole, and he's going to be fouled. I believe Rob Nebe's going to pick up his second foul. And Zach Taylor will go to 9 to shoot a couple here as the Saints perfect from that free throw line in the first half. Bruce, as Burnham was 6 for 6, and Taylor comes up. He goes 1 for 1 here in the second half. So they're 7 of 7 from the line in this ball game.
On the road, you want a chance, Bob. You got to make your free throws, and Carroll has done that here. And as we say that, you jinxed him.
And Longo gets that rebound, brings it up the right side. Now he's going to take it to the hole, and Zach Taylor's going to answer the call on the other side.
He just kind of accelerated there.
Yeah, I thought maybe you poked him or something.
No, he is quick.
He's an athlete. That's what he is. As he gets the inbounds pass to Nebe, and Rob step back shot's going to be blocked by Emoff, and the Saints come back the other way with Zach Taylor. Taylor drops it down on the baseline. Burnham, nice move on the spin, and he's going to be fouled as Chad Cannon will pick up his second personal foul, and it's going to send Burnham back to the free throw line. I've only got 12 spots here for free throws, so after that, I don't know what we'll do.
Quit fouling him.
Yeah. But he's a perfect 6 for 6 in that first half from the free throw line here tonight. Make that 7 of 7. 23 points, had 21 points at halftime for the young man, Doug, why am I calling you Doug?
I don't know. Maybe it's that sign on my forehead that says I'm not Doug.
Bruce, he's got
23.
He's got 23 points. As he goes 8 for 8 from the line. Cannon shoots one off the back iron, no good.
Why do you ask me that, Bill?
I don't know. Doug's who I usually do high school games with. That's hilarious.
Crowd didn't like that call, but it'll go back over to Carroll College. Leading it by 8, 50-42. Now, what the Batman Bears don't want to do is waste that fast start and fall, behind in double figures again.
And the Saints want to do just the opposite. They want to get some points on the board. Here's Longo, tries for the steal. Zach Taylor underneath. They kick it off. Emoff has it back to Taylor in the corner for three. And Zach Taylor hits his first three-pointer of the night. He has 9 on the evening. Longo with the basketball to Neby to Graves on the far side. Back out to Cannon, and we're going to have a whistle, and a foul is going to go against Wyman. And that'll be 3 fouls on Wyman. Rocky basketball underneath. Taylor Longo to inbound the basketball. He's going to throw it out long to Neby, and we're going to have a collision at half court. We'll see what the officials call. They're going to call a foul on Neby, and that'll be 3 on Rob Neby. 14 fouls on Rocky here, 2 on Carroll. 17:37 to go here in the second half. As Betcher's going to come in for Neby. What'd you think of that call at half court, Bruce?
I thought it was probably a better no call because both of them have a play for the basketball, and there was some contact, but
both ways.
A lot of times they're going to make a call that way. I just don't think you do.
And it's going to be Burnham taking it to the hole on the baseline. He's going to be fouled. This one's going to go against Betcher.
Now 5 team fouls on the Battling Bears already, and we've played less than 3 minutes. They're going to say that was a shooting foul.
And Burnham, 8 for 8 on the night. Make that 9 for 9.
Well, this guy is the real deal, a true freshman.
Wonder if he's got any little brothers. Second one is good as well. As he goes 10 for 10 from the line, got 9 points from the three-point line, and 6 from the two-point range. As Taylor Longo takes it to the hole, can't finish, and Zach Taylor comes out of there with the basketball. Taylor has it knocked loose, but right to Burnham, and he'll go back to the charity stripe for 2 more. As the foul's going to go on Derek Graves.
Right now, the Battling Bears are just getting beat back. They're not getting back on defense, and Carroll College is getting some easy looks or getting fouled. I mean, the lead had been cut to 5, and it's been an 8-0 run now for Carroll. 9-0 run now.
As he goes 11 for 11 from the free throw line. Coach Dry goes and telling Taylor Longo he wants a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 17-11 to go. And Carroll jumped back out on top by 14. And Mr. Burnham at the line, Doug. Jeez.
I'm going to see if anybody in the crowd is named Doug, and we'll bring him over.
I need more help than that. Well, this is Bill talking to Bruce, but back to a 14-point lead and possibly looking at a 15-point lead here.
Yeah, and they're making their free throws on the road, and that's the key to success. And the Saints have shown right from the get-go tonight that they're going to control this basketball game, and they have. Not over yet. I mean, with the shooters that Rocky Mountain College has in their lineup, with Neby on the bench now with 3 personal fouls, they've got to get him back in the game and get his point total up.
As Burnham used up all my spots on my scorecard. He's 12 for 12 from the free throw line. Cannon with the basketball for the Bears. And it's going to be Graves taking it baseline. Nothing there. And it's Cannon penetrating. The ball's going to be knocked loose, but it's going to be Emoff is going to lose it out of bounds. It'll be Rocky basketball.
Boy, so happy tonight for the women's team at Rocky with the 62-61 upset win over Carroll College, nationally ranked. Big win for Wes Keller and his squad as they get closer and closer to that Frontier Conference postseason tournament.
Graves with the basketball to Cannon, 19 on the shot clock. Step back free throw line jumper is good by Chad Cannon as he hits his first two-pointer of the night. He has 17 points in the ball game.
I don't know if pretty's the right word, but he sure has a pretty-looking shot.
Yes, he does. Great follow-through, great extension on his arm. And this is going to be Burnham taking it to the basket. It's going to be a jump ball as he's going to be tied up under there by Moorkirky as Joe Stoltz comes back into the ball game.
Only 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Battling Bears need to play defense hard for those 9 seconds.
And Tater will pull the trigger, inbound the basketball for the Saints. Gets it out to Emoff. Back to Taylor, wide open underneath. Takes it to the hole, can't finish. And Burnham battling in there for the rebound. And it's going to be Stoltz coming out with the ball. Longo brings it up the right side. Back to Stoltz. Stoltz three-pointer, top of the key, in and out, no good. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Derek Graves. That'll be his second personal foul. And the Saints are going to be shooting the free throws here, the final 15 almost. That call it 16 minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, wow. That's early to put a team in that bonus.
Especially when they've only missed 1 out of 15 thus far tonight.
Yeah, the double bonus means is looming for the rest of the way too, but it's going to be a long second half if they shoot this many free throws.
And Wyman's first free throw's up and good. They are 15 of 17 from the line in this ball game. 58-44, Carroll. Betcher with the basketball to Cannon. Cannon takes it to the hole, and he's going to be fouled by Zach Tater. And Tater's going to pick up his second foul.
Good call by the official on the continuation. You know, this is a Carroll team, Bob, that has played a tough schedule to get ready for Frontier Con. They played Cal. They played Stanford on the road. They played the University of Pacific, the Division I Pacific, and lost by 5 on the road. So Carson Cunningham got his basketball team ready for this tough Frontier Conference schedule.
Now, did they play the Cats?
The
women did, didn't they?
The women did, yes.
Okay. They get the ball inside, and the shot is put up by Hollifield, 4-2, as Hollifield picks up his 4th point of the evening. Cannon to Betcher. Stoltz has it on top. Hands off to Cannon. Cannon finds Stoltz on the roll. And Joel turnaround jump hook, going to miss everything. And the rebound comes out to Wyman. Wyman brings it up, goes to Zach Taylor. Taylor takes it to the whole free throw line. Step back jumper's good. Nice shot by Zach Taylor.
Their offense starts and usually finishes with Zach Taylor. He just makes so many things happen.
He has 12 points on the game, and the Batman Bears are going to throw it out of bounds. Another unforced turnover. 62-46, 14:44 to go. And Coach Drykosen wants a full timeout. He'll get it. 62-46. We'll be back in a minute.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Wrestle your hair and untop that shirt.
All right.
Wake up the redhead in the explain.
Oh, I'm there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
62-46 our score with 14:44 to go here in the ball game. Carroll on top of Rocky. Carroll got back to within 5 points. Or Rocky got back to within 5 points of Carroll. And then Carroll just went on a tear here.
Well, they did. And they did it by making free throws, knocking down a couple threes. They're making open shots. And, quite honestly, they just beat Rocky back a couple times and got good, easy looks.
And they've been the aggressor, Bruce. They've gotten going to the basket and drawing those fouls, and that's what's going to happen. Saints come back. Chad Cannon all over, and we're going to pick up a foul. As Chad will pick up his third personal foul.
Kind of bailed them out there as the shot clock was winding down. But that'll be more free throws.
They're going to give that to Tegan Johnson instead of Chad. Oh, okay.
I think you had it right.
Yeah, I think I did. As Wyman will go to the line. First free throw is going to be up and good by Wyman as the Saints continue to shoot well from the charity stripe here. Second one is up and good as well.
Yeah, Billy Drykoza not happy about the foul differential here early in the second half.
Cannon with a nice floater to the basket as he picks up 2 more. And Zach Taylor comes back for the Saints. Goes on the far side to Imhoff, and it's going to be nice job by Rob Neby knocking it off of Burnham.
He just makes such a difference in a basketball game when he's on the floor. Playing defense, getting a steal there, scoring. He is taking what it's supposed to be like to be a senior leader. Rob Neby is good as anybody in the frontier.
And he's going to pull up and be a little long on that three-pointer as Imhoff comes down with the rebounds. Goes back to Zach Taylor as the Saints pushing the ball in transition. And Taylor's going to be whistled for an offensive foul. And that'll be 3 on Zach. 14 fouls on Carroll, 8 on Rocky here with 13:49 to go in this ball game.
Now, not the most physically imposing point guard in the conference. Kind of looks like a character off the Scooby-Doo cartoon, and he's kind of been nicknamed that a little bit. But what a great player. He does everything right on the floor. He came into Carroll when I was the athletic director at Carroll, and I thought, this guy's got a long ways to go, and he was a great player immediately.
And Chad Cannon's going to hit 3 more.
Is that his 6th three-pointer?
Yes. 6. He's got 18 from the three-point line. Saints come back. They get it inside. Burnham has it. Nice spin move up underneath and is going to get 2 more with a chance for the free throw. As Burnham having a career night here at the Fortin Center.
Where's he at total point-wise?
Got
to be close to 30, doesn't he?
$29. Make this 30. Sitting right at 30. You were talking about Zach Taylor, Bruce. I think he came in here his freshman year, and I think he put about 30 on the board against us when he was a freshman here at Rocky.
Yeah, I think he did.
Longo takes it to the hole the other way for Rocky. A nice move by Taylor inside to put it up off the glass. Burnham comes back the other way. Big block by Moorkirky. And the ball's going to be out as Zach Taylor picks it up. Shot clock at 16 as Taylor will set things up for the Saints. Burnham out to Holyfield. And it's going to be Imhoff with the tough jump shot. I don't know if anybody's going to block that. He got up in the air on that jump shot, Bruce.
Well, they are really shooting the basketball well tonight. I don't want to see their percentage here in the next break.
As Derek Graves going to be bumped on the drive, and the foul's going to go against Burnham.
Fouls on Carroll, number 12, Max Burnham, his second personal, team fifth.
It'll be his second foul. That's 5 on Carroll. Taylor Longo will inbound the basketball underneath as Nickel will come back in for the Saints.
Kyle Nickel, also a member of the Saints track and field team, an outstanding 400-meter runner.
As Tegan Johnson takes it to the hole, can't finish. Big rebound by Imhoff, and they get it up to Zach Taylor. Taylor with a tough shot, puts it up and in. Zach Taylor. That was a tough move, Bruce.
How about the outlet pass?
Yeah.
Wow.
Graves comes back the other way, goes to Tegan Johnson, kicks it out Canada. Nice head and shoulders fake. Loses his balance, gets it to Johnson. Graves with the basketball. Might have got away with the travel there. Derrick takes it to the hole, puts it up, no good. And we got a whistle and a foul on the rebound. I believe it's going to go against Kalaji. That'll be his third personal foul.
Danny Betcher's going to come back in for Rocky Mountain College. No free throws yet for the Battling Bears here on the bonus. 6th team foul. They'll shoot him the rest of the way.
Back to that situation where Bears are going to have to find somebody in this lineup to score. And the turnover goes right back to Nickel. Nickel takes it. It's going to be blocked by Graves. Graves comes back the other way. Graves, Imhoff goes to Longo, and Longo's going to be fouled on the shot as Taylor Longo go to the line to shoot a couple.
You know, when you're down 18 points, those are ones you just hope go in.
Yeah.
So you get a chance at a three-point play.
Campbell picks up his first personal foul as Taylor Longo goes back to the line. He's 2 of 3 from the line tonight. First one is up and good.
I'll tell you a little story about Andrew Campbell out of Billings West. At the time, I was the athletic director at Carroll, and we didn't have a basketball coach. We were in the process of doing a search, and we felt that Andrew Campbell was a great player and a kid that should come to Carroll. And that's one of my only male signee of my athletic director days, Andrew Campbell. Very nice young man, great parents.
I saw him come over and shake your hand there before the game.
Yeah, just a great guy. I mean, I'm happy to see him do well.
Kalaji shoots it from the corner from 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Betcher. Gets it out to Johnson for the Battling Bears as Johnson gets it to Longo. Longo takes it to the hole of the car, and it's going to be foul is going to go against Taylor Longo, the offensive foul. He picks up his first personal foul.
Got to give him an A for being aggressive.
As Zach Taylor comes back into the game.
He didn't sit very much during the game. He's going to be on the floor most of the time for Carson Cunningham.
Noble gets Carr. Swings it around to Campbell. And it's going to be stolen away. Graves gets the loose ball. 10:35 to go here in the ball game. Carroll up 71-54. Graves hands off to Tegan Johnson. Johnson takes it to the hole with the penetration. And Tegan Johnson gets 2 on the drive. He picks up his 6th point of the night. Zach Taylor. And we got a timeout on the floor. Is this a media timeout, Bruce?
No, I think Billy called a timeout for Rocky.
We got a full one, I think, though.
And the official comes over and says, "Get back in your box," and somebody from the crowd yells, "It's a timeout."
We'll take a timeout. Carroll on top, 71-56. We'll be back in a minute.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do
Louder.
Hey, Sam.
Louder. Louder. Much better.
Hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Oh, gosh. Bruce isn't going to let me live this one down.
Let's go. Here we go.
All right.
Down 15. Let's go.
10-14 to go in the ball game. And it's going to be Saints basketball on the far side.
That's one thing that I think the three-pointer has done, Bob, is it's allowed teams to, when you're down like this, to get back in the game.
Yeah, just 2 or 3 of them. You know, you got Taylor Longo's had a tough night all night. Waiting for him to start hitting a few baskets. Saints have it. They get it inside to Carr. And you did turn that the wrong way on me, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get you.
Longo has it far side. Penetrates, kicks out to Johnson. Johnson's three-pointer's good as Tegan Johnson.
Tegan Johnson's come in this season and really stepped things up. You know, not expected to get a lot of playing time on the varsity, but he has really done a nice job. He's great in practice, and he can really shoot the basketball. And that's the kind of guy you need to come in the game.
And he works hard all the time when he's in there. You know, just gives you about 110%. As Carr goes up inside, can't finish. And the Bears come back the other way. Graves with the basketball to Johnson in the corner. Kicks it back to Graves. Graves with it, looking for a screen. Now to Johnson, swings it around to Longo. And Taylor. Boy, I'm having trouble with names tonight for some reason. As Graves goes to the hole, can't finish, gets his own rebound, and dribbles out, gets it to Johnson. To Betcher. Betcher takes it to the hole. It's going to fall in as Danny Betcher puts it up and in for the Battling Bears. He picks up his 3rd point of the night.
You know, it's 18 and now it's 10. That's how quick things happen, and still 8:38 left. Lots of time left in this game.
Carroll with 4 timeouts. Rocky with 2 timeouts. As far as team fouls go, it's Rocky with 10 and Carroll with 7, Bruce. Looking at the huddle here, the Rocky huddle, how's Zach Hinton doing? He broke his foot early there, but kind of looks like he's back on his feet again.
Yeah, he's starting to practice a little bit, run around in practice, not doing everything that the team does, but he's a guy that was picked preseason as a first-team all-conference selection, broke his foot in game number 2 of the season. We applied for hardship with the NAIA with all the medical information. He got a year back, so he'll be a senior next year, and you know he'll be able to play with Longo and Cannonen and you know the guys that are all coming back, Betcher.
Yeah.
So he's got that's a pretty good base for Billy Drykosen to have when he starts recruiting.
Yes, it is. Saints come back with the basketball. 71-61, 10-point lead, and we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Zach Taylor. And, Bruce, that's going to be 4 on Tater. 8:24 to go in the ball game.
Well, there's a lot of time left when that happens. Let's see if Carson Cunningham is going to bring somebody in for him. Rob Neby will check back in for Rocky Mountain quickly. And checking out of the game's Betcher.
And Rob has 3 fouls on him.
Yeah, he's got to be real careful, but you know, this guy can turn into an offensive machine like he did when he had 33 against Rocky in the first meeting of the season.
Johnson with the basketball. Goes to Cannonen. Back to Johnson. Longo out on top. Takes it right at Taylor, and he gets it to finish.
And you said it was about time for him to start lighting it up. He's got the Battling Bears back within 8.
And he took it right at Zach Taylor, trying to draw that 5th foul. Barnham has it, gets it out to Tater. Tater. Near side. Wyman down in the corner is going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll be Saints basketball. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Saints inbound the basketball. Get it on the far side to Wyman. Wyman takes it to the hole and scores. Nice penetration by Wyman as he picks up his first field goal of the evening. Longo comes back the other way. We'll see if he tries to take Zach Taylor to the hole again to draw that fifth foul. Longo has it on the baseline, takes it to the hole, can't finish underneath, and it's going to be Wyman with the rebound for the Saints.
Well, you don't want to get a foul down there as he's kind of knocking around each other on the way down the court.
As Zach Taylor will set things up. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Carroll up by 10, 73-63. They get it inside to Barnham. He wants to go baseline. He's going to be fouled by Moorkirky. As Moorkirky going to pick up his second personal foul. And Barnham goes back to the free throw line. He's 13 for 13 from the line.
And you ran out of spaces.
I'm making double crosses now. Kalaji comes back in for Zach Taylor. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor, 6:53. Going to be a full timeout, 74-63. Carroll on top. We'll be back in a minute.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
74-63. Carroll on top of Rocky with 6:53 to go in the ball game. Rocky got back to within 5, and then Carroll went on a big run here in the second half. Now got it back to 11.
Every possession now is going to be very important as we go back once again to the free throw line, where Burnham has made a career tonight.
Yes, he has.
At that stripe.
It's 12 for 12. Make that 15 for 15. Just 12 and 3 is 15. I'm impressed. That's 15 free throws out of 15. That's pretty good,
that's
Bruce.
amazing. 6'8" freshman.
And the shot by Cannon in the corner, no good, as Kalaji comes back the other way for the Saints. Nice move, now takes it, kicks it in the corner. They swing it back out. Coach Cunningham probably going to start taking a little bit of time off the shot clock here as well.
Yeah, with the 12-point lead, no question the clock's in his favor.
Wyman and Nickel. And Johnson's going to kick it, and they'll reset the shot clock at 15 as it was down to 11. Zach Taylor back into the ball game. Replaces Nickel. Tater gets it into Kalaji. Kalaji back to Tater. Out on top, Emoff. Tater's going to penetrate. Kicks it outside, Emoff. And it's going to be Taylor, and we got an offensive foul is going to be called against Wyman as he's going to pick up his fourth personal foul. So Wyman and Taylor for the Saints, both with 4 personal fouls.
Got to be careful there. Still plenty of time, Bob, in this one. 6 minutes, 7 seconds left to go in this second half.
And Longo with the basketball for the Battling Bears. Goes to Johnson, far side, Cannon. Kalaji out there all over Canada. They don't want him shooting any more threes.
Yeah, I
Johnson.
guarantee you that he's not going to get any open
There
ones.
he got one. It's good.
Man.
It wasn't open, though.
7 3-pointers now for Chad Cannon.
Great job of shooting. And Chad had a good weekend last weekend, Bruce, from the three-point line as well. Saints get the ball inside. Burnham has it. Tries to go to work inside. Does. Shots no good. Rebound comes down to Longo. Longo brings it up. Takes it right at Nickel. Now they swing it back around. Cannon with it. They get it inside to Morkirky. Morkirky skip pass to Nebe. Nebe three-pointer right side. It's good.
Well, that's a big shot there by senior Rob Nebe. He's made a lot of those this year. None bigger than that.
And it's a 6-point Carroll lead, and Coach Cunningham wants a timeout. And the student section getting fired up on the far side for the Battling Bears, and Zach Taylor's going to come back in. Bruce, we got a 30-second timeout. Got a few students around now. Now I believe they are going to take it to a full timeout. 75-69 Carroll with 5:03 to go. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one.
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
75-69. Rocky battling back. 6-point Carroll lead. Rocky has one timeout. Carroll with 2. A lot of time left in this ball game. Zach Taylor back in the ball game for the Saints, playing with 4 fouls, as is Wyman. Tater gets it out to Wyman. To Nickel. Nickel has it. Wants to go baseline. Now kicks it out to Barnham. Barnham has it. Barnum guarded out there by Morkirky to Zach Taylor. Jumper, shots, no good. Rebound, Canada. Bears can cut into this lead, 75-69.
Gary, I don't want, what is she doing in the end zone?
Longo with it, gets it to Johnson. Can't finish. Nebe puts it up in the end. As Rob Nebe gets the rebound and the putback. As the Saints come back the other way, it's Zach Taylor with the basketball. Nickel hands off to Wyman, and it's Barnum with a long three-pointer. It is up and good as Barnum goes deep for his 4th three-pointer of the night. I believe he's got 33 on the evening. Longo throws it, and it's going to be knocked loose there as Zach Taylor and Chad Cannon collide, and Chad's going to probably pick that foul up. That'll be 4 on Chad, so he and Zach Taylor both with 4 fouls as Taylor will go to the line to shoot free throws. He is 1 of 2 on the evening. He'll be there to shoot 2 as Rocky is in the double bonus.
Got to take care of the passes. You can't make bad passes this time of the game. Well, any time of the game, but with 3:48 left, trailing by 8, now 9, or 8 now. That's a tough thing to do.
Especially the way the Saints are shooting free throws here tonight.
Boy.
And it's Taylor hitting 2 for 2 on that trip.
That's a Carroll team that earlier in the season in Helena beat Lewis Clark State and made 20 of 22 shots in the second half.
Wow.
From the field.
Bears come back the other way. Neby with the basketball, hits Johnson on the wheel. Johnson out to Longo, they swing it around. Here's Cannon, 3 more, and Chad Cannon hits 3 more. As he has 8 3-pointers on the evening.
He's got to be getting close to the 30-point mark.
25. No. Just.
He had 8 threes, and I know he had at least 1 layup.
He's got 30.
Wow.
And we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Moorkirky. Barnum at the line. What do you think, Bruce?
Wow. Just keep firing them in. Jay Collifield back in for Carroll College.
He is 16 of 16 from the line.
Hey, 7-point game. Over 3 minutes left.
That is point number 37 for Mr. Burnham. 82-74, 3 minutes to go.
18 from the line.
18.
Oh, mackerel.
Cannon with it, goes to Johnson to Neby. Neby has it on the left side, takes it, kicks it to Stoltz underneath. He takes it, can't finish, gets his own rebound, puts it up, still can't finish, and Burnham gets the rebound. The freshman doing it all for the Saints. Kalaji, 2:30 to go in the ball game. Saints on top by 8, 82-74. Kalaji is going to be fouled by Taylor Longo, as Longo's going to pick up his second personal foul.
Probably a good foul there by Taylor.
I think Kalaji was headed to the basket.
I think so too, and had a step or two. But it stops the clock, and he hasn't spent much time at the line tonight. We'll see how he does.
First trip.
And he missed it, so a real good foul by Taylor Longo.
As Moorkirky will come back in for Joel Stoltz. As Graves comes back in as well for Tegan Johnson. Kalaji's free throw, second one up and good. He goes 1 for 2. Has 3 points on the evening, 83-74. Carroll up by 9, 2:24 to go.
And my abacus, that's 3 threes that you're down.
And it's,
I don't know what the call was. Let's see.
They're going to call it, but are they going to say it was on the shot? Yes. Nichols going to pick up his second personal foul. Taylor Longo go to the line, and they're not going to give him the basket as he got that one to fall, but they're not going to give it to him. So he'll go to the line. He is 3 of 5 from the line tonight. Makes that first one. He goes 4 of 6. Johnson back in for Neby on defense.
Get him in there so Rob can protect that foul that he has left. And Tegan Johnson, a good defensive player.
Longo's second one going to be off. No good. It's going to be out of bounds. Off of Barnum.
He hadn't done many things wrong tonight.
And Neby back in now. Neby comes in as well as Hollifield and Kalaji. Both coaches playing a little offensive-defensive game here on the substitution. 2:19 to go in the ball game. Longo inbounds it. Gets it to Graves. Graves has it, and Cannonen for 3. And Chad Cannonen hits 3 more. And I'm out of 3-point markers for Chad.
It has been a rough night for you.
Timeout by Coach Cunningham. 83-78 as Chad Cannonen hits 3 more with 2:07 to go. And Coach Drykosen out there playing ball boy right now. Bruce, what do you got coming up other than basketball on campus?
Well, we're trying to get that football staff finalized, and winter conditioning will start for Coach Petrino and his squad in his first season. Indoor track and field team under Mike McLean making some trips. They go to Gillette this weekend. They'll take 2 different groups down to Gillette for an indoor meet. And that's about all right now. The recruiting continues, the battles for in-state athletes, and Coach Petrino has signed 7 so far, and he wants to get up to about 40, in the recruiting process. So he's got a ways to go, and I like what he's doing, Bob. I like his work ethic and what he's been doing so far, and I'm happy with the people that he's bringing in to interview for the assistant coaching position.
Bruce, we got a duel here between Burnham. He's got 37 on the night, and Cannon with 33 on the night.
Now, that's got to be a career high collegiately.
Well,
for Chad Cannon.
For Chad, because he had 25 last week, and that was his career high last week. With he had 25 in that game against.
And once again, my abacus says 33 is more than 25.
Really?
I got it.
You got that? You still got that old abacus? I'll bet you there's a lot of kids go to school at Rocky who wouldn't know what that even is anymore.
The abacus, I know it. Video game.
Yeah, that's what they would think. Carroll's basketball. Zach Taylor's going to get it in the backcourt. We got 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 83-78. And Taylor, a little head fake there, nearly gets by Longo. As 10 on the shot clock. Taylor with the basketball, takes it to the basket, and it's going to be blocked by Taylor Longo, and Moorkirky comes down with the basketball. Graves has it, jumps it off to Taylor Longo. 83-78. Batlin Bears can cut into this. They could get it down to a 2-point game, Bruce, with a 3-point basket here. Chad Cannon has been hot, but he is on the bench. Longo takes it to the hole, puts up the floater. It's good. Taylor Longo hits 2, and we got a 3-point St. lead, 83-80 with 1:18 to go. Both coaches with 1 timeout in their pocket. Both teams in a double bonus on the free throw line.
And who do you foul on Carroll? You don't want to foul Zach Taylor.
Well, I don't think you want to foul anybody.
Yeah, they are an outstanding free throw shooting team.
Yeah, I think you just want to play defense here. You know you're going to get the ball back. As Zach Taylor puts one up, no good. It's knocked out. Taylor Longo runs down the long ball, and they can tie it with a 3-pointer. Longo gets up. He takes a timeout. 47.8 seconds to go in the ball game.
Neby and Cannon in there checking back in for Rocky Mountain College. That's a couple 3-point shooters.
And that's why Coach had to call that timeout. Basically, you got 48.7 seconds on the clock, 24 on your shot clock. I mean, you got to get them in here, Bruce, because this may be your only chance to touch the ball again offensively.
And I think at one point, Bob, in the second half, the Batlin Bears were down 18.
Yes.
After getting back within 5.
Yes, they were at the 14:36 mark. According to the stats, Rocky was down by 18 points. So great battle there for them to get back. I was going to look at that score up in Carroll, Bruce. It was 92-86 in that one.
And Rocky made some big-time threes. I think Neby kind of went crazy in that one at the end of the game and made some big baskets to get him back in it. And at one point, they were outscored 32-9 during the stretch by Carroll in that game, and still hung in there. This is a very resilient Batlin Bear basketball team. Never out of a game. I just like the way they play. They play so well together, Bob. There's a lot of great team unity here, and they pass the ball well. This has been a fun game for the spectators to watch tonight.
Well, too great. I mean, how can you beat the games last weekend and this weekend?
No,
I mean, if you're at these games and you are a basketball fan and you didn't go away happy, there's something wrong with you.
And Saturday night, Montana Western will be in here for a doubleheader. The women at 5:30, the men to follow at 7:30.
And the Batlin Bears get it into Neby. Neby has it, goes to Graves, around to Longo. Longo 3-pointer is going to be short, and the Saints get it. And Graves knocks it loose, and Graves can run it down, and it's going to be out of bounds as Rob Neby goes flying into the wall. Luckily, he is okay, as we got Johnson and Betcher coming in.
Cannon and
Nebe out.
They'll come right back in.
Still got a possession left here, Bruce. 34 on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock. Carroll's basketball underneath their basket. Zach Taylor to inbound the ball. Taylor got to get it in. Gets it in to Wyman, and Wyman's fouled.
Good quick foul there by Tegan Johnson. Made an effort to get a steal. I always don't like it. That didn't sound right the way I said that. I don't like it when they just foul, go up and grab somebody. Make an effort to get the basketball. Get a steal.
You got to try to get the steal first. That's huge. And Wyman at the free throw line. He's only 3 for 4 tonight. And that one's going to bounce off.
You miss that first one, that second one gets a lot tougher.
And it's a lot easier to make those free throws in the middle of the game when you're up by 15 points than it is with 33 seconds left and only up by 3.
You get some of those alligator arms, kind of like a wide receiver going across the middle.
He hits the second one. That's the important. It's a two-possession ball game. As Longo comes back the other way. And it's going to be a foul is going to be called. And I believe it's going to go against Taylor Longo. As they're going to call the player control foul on Longo. Wow. As Nebe and...
Well, it wasn't going to work out well. They're either going to get a foul or it was going to go out of bounds off Rocky. So I think they just ended up calling it off Taylor Longo. Player control foul.
And it's going to be Graves fouling Zach Taylor. And Zach Taylor's going to go to the line as Nebe and Cannon will check back in with 26.7 seconds to go. 84-80.
This has been a great effort tonight by Rocky Mountain College to get back in this one. And, you get a guy like Chad Cannon and, having such a big night from the field. And Zach Taylor, who doesn't miss very often, misses the first free throw. This might be the longest last 30 seconds in history if both teams keep fouling like this. But, boy, it's exciting. Nobody in the crowd's gone home. Look at them at the top railing.
They're standing up there. They want to leave, but they just can't.
Oh, he
and
just threw the ball.
Taylor just gets a steal on the inbounds pass, and he's going to be fouled. And Zach Taylor will go back to the charity stripe to shoot some more. He's 4 of 6 from the line tonight thus far.
Wow.
Quite a battle between Barnum and Chad Cannon in here tonight, Bruce.
Well, is that a costly turnover? And he misses another free throw. Wow. Zach Taylor, one of the best in the nation from the line. Just a good free throw shooter and a great all-around player. He's had a nice game tonight, too.
Yes. Makes
I
that
don't think
second one.
I'd let him fool me on this one by letting him get in. So 6-point lead now.
Cannon for 3, off, no good, and a big rebound inside as Barnum's going to get the rebound. He's going to be fouled by Derek Graves.
You're going to start writing on the table. Let me get you a knife so you can start etching that in.
Yeah.
You built these tables. You can do what you want, right?
Yeah. 19th free throw for Barnum coming up. That's a lot of free throws.
He makes these two. Jarek better get the record books out up at Carroll.
Yeah, I think so.
He's going to set a new school record.
And that first one is good. 18 for 18 from the free throw line. Make that 19 for 19. I think he could make 50 out of 50 the way he's shooting tonight. Longo brings it up. 11 seconds. Longo hits Nebe. Nebe to Tegan Johnson. Johnson's going to put up the 3. No good. And this one's going to be stolen by Cannon. And that'll be our final. It'll be Carroll 88 and Rocky 80. Our final here in this one, quite a battle, a great comeback by the Bears. Fell a little bit short in this one. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back, have our final stats and our post game after this 2-minute break.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on.
Hey, how about a gumball?
Like it's not how much you make, but rather how much you keep. First Interstate Bank knows this. That's why we're here to help you grow your money for anything. From college savings and retirement to even that unexpected trip to the dentist. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Once again this year, Montana Sportscast will be the voice of the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We'll bring you live football, men's and women's basketball action throughout the season from Rocky Mountain College. Also want to remind everyone that you can listen to our Frontier Conference podcast with your host, Bob Ritterott and Tom Kurtz. All that on www.mtsportscast.com. And back here at the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College, finishing this one up. It is 88 for Carroll, 80 for Rocky. And this one, Bruce, just a treat for the crowd here. It's kind of a tough one for the Battling Bears.
Yeah, tough one to lose. Had some chances, some great performances tonight individually on both teams. Chad Canavan, Matt Burnham for Carroll. Some teams really just did a good job tonight. And these are two teams that could be good enough to play for the Frontier Championship.
Yeah, it's when you get into that tournament, anything can happen there. That's for sure. Go through the scoring. First of all, for the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain, of course, led by Chad Canavan with those 33 points. Bruce, he was 9 of 15 from the three-point line in this ball game tonight. Taylor Longo with 14 points. Rob Nevey finishes with 13. Moorkirky with 1. Graves with 4. Betcher had 3. Tegan Johnson with 9 points. And Joe Stokes had 3 points. Rocky had 36 rebounds. They were 9 on the offensive, 27 defensive. They had 14 turnovers in the ball game. From the field goals, they shot 45% from the field. They shot 38% from the three-point line, and they shot 57% from the free throw line. They were 12 of 32 from the three-point line and 8 of 14 from the charity stripe. For Carroll College, it was Matt Burnham with that 39 points. And the impressive thing is, Bruce, he did go 19 of 19 from the charity stripe. He was 4 of 7 from the three-point line and 8 of 16 from the field. So just a great effort by that freshman here tonight for the Carroll College Saints. Zach Taylor also came up strong with 18 points, followed by Holofield with 4 points. Emoff had 13 points. Wyman with 6 points. Nickel had 3 points. Kalaji with 3. And Carr with 2 points. They had 32 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, and 30 defensive rebounds, 11 turnovers. They were 25 of 48 from the field for 52%. They were 9 of 16 from the three-point line for 56%. And they were 29 of 35 for 83% from the charity stripe. 29 points on free throws, and you got basically a 3-point game at the end there, Bruce. That's you got to tip your hat to the Saints of being aggressive offensively, getting to the basket, drawing fouls, and going up there and knocking those free throws down.
Nice.
But both teams, Rocky with those 14 turnovers and Carroll with 11 turnovers in this ball game. Carroll did lead. Their biggest lead tonight was by 18 points. That with 14:36 to go in that second half. But just a great ball game here tonight between these two teams. Carroll led at halftime 47-37, and Rocky came back, outscored Carroll 43-41 in that second half. In our first game tonight, it was the Battling Bears coming away with a huge win tonight over the Carroll College Saints. In that contest, it was 62-61 in that women's game, the first game here tonight. And another great game here in the second one as the Saints take an 88-80 win over the Battling Bears in our nightcap here. And Bruce, thanks for joining me tonight. It was fun.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And, we should do it again sometime. It was a great game to do. Both teams played hard. Congrats to Wes Keller for getting that win in Game 1 tonight, 62-61 over Carroll College, the nationally ranked squad under Rochelle Sayers. And tough loss for Billy Drykosen and his squad, but they got a chance Saturday night as they'll host Montana Western. The women at 5:30, the men at 7:30, or somewhere close to that 7:30 mark. And I'm looking forward to seeing that one too, because that's always been a battle between Rocky and Montana Western.
Oh yeah, it's always a fun one. But once again, here from the Fortin Center tonight, it was Rocky on top of the Carroll women 62-61, and the Carroll men 88, the Rocky men 80. For Bruce Parker, Bob Ritterott, have a great Battling Bear weekend.